Do it. Go ahead and do it while Daddy's on the game, boy. Do it while Daddy's on the game, boy. Do what you got to do, baby.
Just underway, and this home crowd is fired up and ready to make a difference today. Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. And the defense says, not again. They wouldn't let him get loose for the scramble. Brought him down for a short gain. Second down play coming up. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football, and it brings up a third down.
Kind of a fine line here, Chris, for me when it comes to throwing a screen pass. You don't want to throw it too early, obviously, and the defense reacts quickly and can sniff it out. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late and potentially get sacked. You've got to make sure it hits just right for this play to work.
And he never had a chance tackled in the backfield.
Well, these screen passes are all about timing. I really felt the offense looked like they tipped their hand. The defense started to kind of drift that way towards the screen, and by the time the running back catches the ball, there's just nowhere to go.
And he finds his target. He has the first. They've got him, but he easily makes the first down, and this drive keeps going.
Just great execution here on this fourth down to keep this drive alive. And what I love is the accuracy from the quarterback and a good job by the receiver knowing where that route needed to be able to catch the ball and pick up the first down.
Defense finally brings him down, but a nice chunk play.
Boy, this is great execution here on this screen play to the running back to pick up big yards and a first down. I think in the process, Chris, they sent a message to the defense. You can rush our quarterback all you want, but when you do, you better be careful because we're going to throw the screen on you.
Off the play fake on first down. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. And it's caught. Touchdown, Canes.
Well, perfectly thrown football here, and this quarterback's got to be fired up. It's his first passing touchdown of the season. Here's the first of hopefully many more for this young man.
PAT is good, so it's 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. And he'll bring it out from inside the 10. Stop at the 22. That's pretty solid coverage there. Hey guys up front lined up. It's first down. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Going to try the middle, but stuffed for no gain.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Offense getting set. It's second down. Here's the snap. Looking to throw here. Running out of time in the pocket. It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up third down.
Man, you got to love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
Defense is coming after him. And the junior able to get home with the sack.
Great call here going with that nickel defense, giving you more speed on the field on that third down and long. Nowhere to go. Gave the defensive line plenty of time to come up with that sack. And now it's fourth down and long.
Needs a completion here on fourth down. Fires it to the wideout. And that one's picked off. What a play. Not much on the return, but the pick will set up the offense at the 35.
He didn't really seem to feel like he had anybody open. He just puts it up in the air, and the defense says, thank you, we'll take it.
And the Miami offense is back on the field. They punched it in the last possession. Can they do it again? And he'll loft it to the end zone. Downfield shot falls incomplete. Couldn't quite connect there.
That ball just seemed to sail on him. You got to make sure to give your receiver a chance to be able to come down with a catch and bounce, because in today's game, man, these receivers make catches like this all the time. And if you put the ball out of bounds, you're not going to give them that opportunity.
Zero running room. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
Had a nice drive going here, but now it's third down and long. In a big game before he goes out of bounds, the offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Chris, you know how it goes in football. When it works out well for the offensive coordinator on third and long on a run play, he's a genius.
And if it didn't, of course, everybody on social media will be saying that he needs to be fired and it's too conservative of a call. I wonder what they'll do on that next third down.
Important second down play coming up. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Running back has it on a screen now. And they're finally able to stop him. But great execution on the screen pass. Fooled the defense there.
Defense kind of lost a running back here. Makes a nice catch and gets the first down in the process.
And the Canes line up with a 1st and goal. From the shotgun, drops back, looking for an open man. Gets the ball off as he's hit, but it's incomplete. It's a 2nd and goal play for the offense. Secondary up now, trying to jam these receivers. Looking to throw again. He's got it right near the end zone. And he's in. Touchdown, Hurricanes.
Now, this defense is so caught up in all the wide receivers, they forgot about the running back. He's not just back there running the ball. This guy's involved in the passing game. A nice throw and catch and a touchdown.
With the extra point, the lead is 14. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. Return begins inside the 10. And they stop him at the 23. That's solid coverage. And the Cardinal offense is back out there on the field. This offense trying to bounce back the last possession, ended in a pick. QB decides to keep it here. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Man, this defense can fly to the football as a group. That's great team pursuit. The quarterback a little unsure on whether he should keep it or pitch it, and the defense makes him pay for that with their speed.
Quarterback delivers complete to the right side. Great footwork, a big opening now. And a huge gain before he's forced out of bounds. Big yardage to set up a fresh set of downs.
Boy, nice job here by this offense, creating an opportunity for this receiver to excel after the catch. It's early in this game, so this defense better get their arms around this receiver because he could be a monster today.
And the tackle is made, not the big play they were looking for, but a pretty solid game. That completion makes it 2nd and medium. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. And he's brought down, but he does have enough for the first down. Stanford comes to the line quickly here. Here comes a throw from the red zone. Looking for his big tight end. Pass caught. Can he get in? And he scores. Touchdown, Stanford.
That kind of play is almost impossible to defend. When the quarterback is throwing the ball with that kind of accuracy and timing, and the receiver runs a route like this, good luck trying to stop it. So maybe this is a great start for this combination, this quarterback and receiver, for a big day.
Kickoff team on the field getting set now. And here's the return from inside the 5. Coverage team brings down the return.
That return backfires on them. Now, their offense is stuck with the ball inside their own 10.
And the Hurricanes offense retakes the field. They'll test the right side here. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. That was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time, the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer. It's pretty simple as a defensive coordinator. When the quarterback drops back to throw, if we get pressure on him, we got a chance to slow him down and win the football game. If we don't, could be a long afternoon. Good job here by dialing up the pressure.
Hit as he released it, and is intercepted. Brings the interception all the way back. Touchdown, Cardinal. And the defense gets above, scoring a touchdown to suddenly tie this football game.
Just getting a couple turnovers from your defense is really all you can expect. But to be able to get 6 points from them in addition is above and beyond. They get their 6 points, and now they're really thinking about winning this game.
And they're able to tack on the extra point. The PAT ties the game here in the second quarter now. Now they get set to kick it away. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. Looking out throwing here to start the drive. And that's incomplete. Even on a first down pass attempt, he felt heavy pressure.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
A pop pass on the jet sweep. And he's tackled for a loss after the catch. The defense all over that one.
This is a great job of being prepared by this defense. Almost anticipating this play, they're in position to bring him down for a loss.
They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. Gets the first and still running. It's a big gain all the way to enemy territory, tackled at the 45.
Man, when your quarterback can run the football like this, it puts so much pressure on the defense. The defense coordinator spent all week preparing his unit to be able to stop this offense. But when this quarterback's able to pull it down and pick up yards like that, it's an extra headache for the defense to have to deal with.
Offense facing a 2nd and 10. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. Catch made in the end zone. Touchdown, Miami. Obvious penalty, doesn't matter. Offense makes a big gain. So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. He knocked through the extra point. The lead is 7, 21-14. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. Kickoff fielded inside the 20. And they get into the ground at the 30. That's where the drive will start. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. The gain is 2 yards, so it's 2nd and 8.
Cristiano, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Stanford comes to the line quickly here. In the 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. And a short pitch and catch to the tight end. He has first down yardage at the 46.
What a clutch play here by this offense to convert on 3rd down. I know it's still early in this game, but the fact that they've dug themselves a hole to convert there and keep this drive alive, they got a new set of downs and a chance to dig into this lead.
Game makes it 2nd and medium. From the shotgun, drops back. Trying to create outside the pocket now. And he'll head out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for a first down.
Boy, this defense, everything you want from them they do here except contain the quarterback. Nobody's open downfield. They pressure the quarterback. The only problem is they can't keep him short of the first down mark.
And he's swallowed up at the line. Could not get past that big defensive tackle. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Here comes a handoff. He's swarmed by the defense. That run sets up an important third down call for this offense. They'll try and run it with the fullback. They make the first down, brought down to the 31.
Chris, I always get a kick out of how much advice defensive players get on third down. You can hear the bench screaming. The crowd is screaming. Watch the draw. Watch the screen. Watch the pass downfield. Rarely do you hear him say, watch the fullback. And there he just slips through for a first down.
No gain there. This defense has been getting sliced up on the drive, but they push back that time, Kirk.
Yeah, kind of that bend but don't break mentality by this defense. They have been giving up some big chunks here on this drive, but let's see if a stop like this can give them a little bit of confidence here. Now try to pressure the quarterback on these upcoming plays.
Third down here. Time for perhaps one more play before the 2-minute warning. That's the 2-minute warning here before halftime as the offense tries to cut into this lead. Now it's third and short from the 22. You expect this is 4-down territory. Let's see what they do on third down. Looks like Stanford will have the first down. Long march continues. Offense pushing the ball down the field. Snapping it from the red zone now. Looking to throw. And it's incomplete. Even on a first down throw, he was under some heavy pressure. Becoming a long drive. The 12th play coming up. That's a design quarterback keeper. Will he score here? He'll make it into the end zone. Touchdown, Stanford.
Boy, how exciting has this first half been? We get a touchdown here. They're an extra point away from tying this game up. A lot of great action here.
And the point after was good. And with that extra point, we're all tied up now in the second quarter. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Comes the Miami offense back out onto the field. A little bit of my turn, your turn in the early going here. Both offenses scoring touchdowns their last possession. They pick up 4, so second down and 6 coming up.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here. Keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
Second down, we're going to throw it. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
We finally see a change-up from this defense. It has been a long game for this defensive coordinator. A lot of touchdown passes. They finally find a way to affect the timing between the...
And looking for a big play here. And it's incomplete. They let it fly on third down, but now it brings up 4th.
Well, it looked like the quarterback had everything that he needed there. Had great protection. The receiver ran a nice route. Just not able to convert there on that third down. Let's see what their decision is on fourth down coming up.
Here's a gamble. Head coach keeping the offense on the field inside his own 30. Fourth down. He's throwing for it. Makes the catch, and the offense will keep this drive going. They've got him, but they convert on fourth down, and the drive keeps going.
Well, Chris, here's an example of what we always talk about. On fourth down, the receiver's got to run a route beyond the sticks. Great awareness to know exactly where he is. Quarterback makes the throw. Receiver gets hit, but is beyond the sticks.
And now the ball comes out. A disastrous play from the start. Defense falls on the ball. Crucial takeaway.
I think that's on the quarterback and the offensive line. They were breathing down this quarterback's neck before he could even recognize that they were there, and they were able to knock it loose.
And the Stanford offense is back out there on the field. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. Receiver looks it in. It's complete.
This is an example of a quarterback and his offense just taking what the defense gives you. Not a huge play, but positive yards. The defense wants to give that throw to you. You take it, get the ball to your receiver, stay ahead of the sticks.
He's tackled immediately, but not before a gain that moves the ball to the 25.
That's what makes this tight end so dangerous. You can flex him out into that slot position. He shows you his versatility. He can be an inline guy that can block, but here he shows you what he can do with his hands.
And they finally stop it, but a decent gain that time.
These quarterbacks today in the college game are so athletic. They can beat you with their arm, obviously. But just when you think you have them figured out, they tuck the ball and go. I'd expect this defense to put in a spy to keep this quarterback from running.
Stanford getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. And it's incomplete, targeting a man right near the goal line.
Chris, that ball's tipped up into the air, and it's anybody's football. The defense, first of all, does a great job of anticipating a throw down in the red zone, and they're in great position to knock that ball up. But it was exciting to see, would anybody come up with it once it was in the air?
Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play. Looks like one more play here before halftime. And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. And he'll make it in for the score. Touchdown, Cardinal. Quarterback flashing the speed and that touchdown run. That's almost unfair.
I think out of all the quarterbacks in the entire country, this guy might be as fast as any of them. Why not utilize his speed when he can make defenses pay for it? It's a great design play and a nice touchdown.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. Time ticking away. Time for just one more play before halftime. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. Oh, grabs it near the sideline. It's a huge gain. Forced out of bounds after a big gain. This offense set up with a 1st down. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. The Hurricanes will kick this away to begin the second half. He'll return it from inside the 10-yard line. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. And the Stanford offense back out there in the field now. Movement here from the tight end. We get the second half started with the running play. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw that time. And now 3rd down coming up.
Boy, the defense rolls the dice here on this screen pass. If they don't hit this quarterback, this is a big play. But give them credit. They were able to get to him before they were able to complete that pass.
And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. Nice throw caught for a completion. The defense stops him short of the marker, so it's 4th down coming up. Talk about aggressive. The head coach keeping the offense on the field inside their own 30. He finds his man. They'll stop him at the 34. That will be a 1st down.
Oh, my gosh. The defense does their job. That ball is thrown short of the 1st down. They've got to rally with the ball and not let him have that kind of effort.
And he lofts it toward the left sideline. Catch made wide open way downfield. Touchdown, Stanford. No chance to catch him.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. When he catches the football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
With the extra point, the lead is 14. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not much on the return. They'll stop him at the 24. Good coverage. And the Miami offense is back on the field. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. He's moving out of the pocket. On the move, but can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
And just like that, you squeeze the life out of this offense. That's another sack by this defense. They have been in that backfield the entire game, and a big reason why these guys are enjoying a lead.
Tackle finally made. That's a very solid gain, but not close to first down yardage yet. Third down. This offense could really use a conversion here, down multiple scores. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Gets past the tackler into open space now. And the play is good enough for a first down. They'll move the ball to the 44.
You know, even though that these guys are facing a deficit, they're not just going all through the air. Love the fact that you're running the football, keeping this defense honest, not panicking by just throwing every single down. Now you got a new set of downs and a chance to keep moving the ball down the field.
There's a shot toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown for the U.
Boy, great job here of finding him again. That's his second touchdown reception in this football game.
PAT up and good. They get a little bit closer. Getting set to kick the ball off now. And he'll bring it out from inside the 10. And they stop him at the 23. That's solid coverage. And the Stanford offense is back out on the field. The passing game was so effective in the last possession. Right down for a touchdown. We'll see if the defense can make adjustments. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, the back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Here's a shot toward the right sideline. The downfield shot is incomplete. Brings up third down.
Love this aggressive mindset from the quarterback and offensive coordinator. Found the matchup that you wanted, take a shot downfield. You don't hit it, but you made the defense be aware of it.
Drops back, needing a third down completion here. Gets rid of it on the move. Receiver makes the catch. The defense will wrap him up after about a 6-yard gain. Not enough for the first. It's fourth down. And he can't connect. A costly turnover on downs.
I think they're going to end up regretting going for this one, Chris. I wouldn't have gone for it. What's wrong with punting it away? And again, I get being aggressive, but you got to be smart on when to go for it and when to punt.
The Canes looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. Off play action. He's looking to throw. He's moving out of the pocket. Makes the grab. It's Webb. They stop him, but it's a first down.
Well, the defense loads up to show blitz, and anytime they bring that kind of pressure, the quarterback knows he's got to be able to get the ball out of his hands quickly. Nice job of locating the tight end for that first down.
Handoff to the right side. Got space, looking to score. Touchdown, Canes. This offense really clicking. Well, no surprise from offense this good. Short field, quick touchdown.
Yeah, you get into the red zone, though, there's a tendency to want to get conservative. I love that the offensive coordinator and the quarterback kept attacking until they came away with 7 points.
And they'll make it into the end zone. That conversion will give them a 1-point lead. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. Return begins inside the 10. Gets it to the 25-yard line. That's when they start the drive. And the Cardinal offense is back out there on the field. That last possession, they got stopped on fourth down in their own end. Let's see if they can get it going this time. And the tackle is made after a 4-yard gain, so 2nd and 6.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on first down.
Handoff here from the shotgun. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
The defensive coordinator this week already telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Catch made on the left side. And he'll get the first down yards before they finally bring him down.
Hey, I don't blame the defense here at all, Chris, for bringing the blitz. It's third down and short. You got to get pressure on the quarterback, but you got to tip your cap to this quarterback. I think he was anticipating the blitz, so he's able to get the ball out of his hands quick.
Airing this one out toward the sideline. Tried to press the ball deep, but it's incomplete.
Chris, we're all guilty of this. We all look at the big plays, the quarterbacks, the offense, how many points, how many yards. Sometimes we overlook the most important aspect of the game, the offensive line. You've got to do a good job consistently protecting the quarterback, and it all comes down to the offensive line. And here, they hurry the quarterback, and they blow up the play.
Offense comes up to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before the quarter expires. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Catch hauled in here over the middle. Tackle after he makes the first down as the seconds tick away here in the third quarter. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. Pass caught. Good enough for first down yardage.
I thought the defense was in pretty good position there. They sat back and had good coverage, eyes on the quarterback, but you almost got to just give the quarterback and the receiver credit for being able to come up with that completion.
He stopped just short, down to the 2, but an excellent run. Stanford comes to the line quickly here. They'll try to run it in on 1st and goal. Couldn't quite get there, but brought down at the 1-yard line. Coming up, 2nd down and goal. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. Touchdown, Cardinal. And they take the lead in the 4th quarter.
You just love to see this when the game is on the line. This offensive line does a great job of executing up front, giving this back just enough room to be able to get into the end zone and give them the lead.
Quarterback escapes the pocket. He'll run it into the end zone for the 2-point try to build the lead up to 7.
No issue here. Quarterback decides to call his own number on the conversion and gets it done.
And it comes out of the 25. No return attempted there. And the Hurricanes offense retakes the field. And the single back takes the handoff. Breaking free at the 35. Brought down after a solid run by the senior.
You know, a lot of people feel running backs with elite speed shy away from contact. But that wasn't the case there. Instead of running around the defender, this back elected to run right through him.
Brought down, but broke a tackle to produce a solid gain there.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on 1st down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think they're going to...
Looking to make a play deep downfield. Makes the catch. Can he get in? He makes it to the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricanes.
This receiver is putting on a show today. That is 3 trips to the end zone already. And based on how this defense is playing against him, this may not be the last time we see him in the end zone today.
He'll run it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. Looks like this one may be coming back. See if they can convert the point after. Oh, and he missed it. It doinked off the right upright. No good. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. And it's caught from inside the 20. They stop him at the 23. That's solid coverage. first down here for this offense. Handoff to the back. They'll keep the clock moving. Moves the ball up to the 30.
Well, this is where you really rely on your offensive line. Late in the game, you got the lead. You got to run the football. They know you're going to run the football. Get behind that big offensive line, run that running back, make sure he protects the football, and you got a great chance at a victory.
Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Receiver makes the grab. They bring him down, but he was fast enough to get that first down yardage.
Well, I think the offense lulled the defense to sleep here. You think that they're just working the clock here and running the football, and then they throw and surprise you and get some positive yards downfield just to keep this defense honest.
Shotgun formation. Here's an inside give. Defense makes the stop after a 5-yard gain, so 2nd and 5.
Chris, at least there's some positive yards there from this run game. It hasn't been pretty today. It's really, to me, kept them out of finding any kind of offensive rhythm. Now, they have the lead, but it's despite this offense not necessarily having their best day.
Catch is made behind the line of scrimmage. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
Here we go. Crucial play coming up. It's 3rd down and 3. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Caught quickly. They get him at the 42. Good enough for a first down. They bring him down, but the sophomore quarterback shows what a cannon he has.
Oh, that one really hurts for this defense. They get these guys to 3rd down, a chance to maybe get them off the field, and they give up a first down late in the game. The clock will continue to roll.
This Stanford offense is moving quickly down the field. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
2nd down after that previous play. The back's got it. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. They come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive going. Can the defense get a stop here? Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Looking to scramble now. Slides to avoid the big hit.
Boy, how many times do we see this late in a 4th quarter? You know the pass rush is going to be there. They're getting after him. They're getting upfield. They get a great push. But what do they create? Space in lanes. And he takes off and picks up a first down.
And looking to throw now on 1st down. Makes a quick grab. They'll earn the first down, but pay for it with a hard hit. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Stanford getting set with a 1st and 10 now. They call the counter run here. Brought down after picking up 5 yards, so 2nd and 5. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. So here comes 2nd down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. And the quarterback keeps it on the option. And he's tackled down at the 4-yard line. Defense gets pushed back.
Not exactly the outcome this offense was hoping for here on the option. I'll give them credit. They didn't lose anything, so it wasn't a negative play. But this kind of play's got to be able to hit big and get down the sidelines for big yards.
Takes the snap and takes off on the run. Doesn't quite get in, but it sets up a 1st and goal for this offense. Stanford comes to the line quickly here. That's a design quarterback keeper. Touchdown, Stanford. Still no answer for this offense.
So much about speculation on whether or not they're going to kick a field goal or go for a touchdown. They put this ball into the end zone, and they put this game out of reach. What a job by this team and by this offense.
The extra point up and good, so the lead now is 8 here in the fourth quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so a touchback will start at the 25. They need to score quickly here, trying to dial up some big plays. First down, looking to throw the football. Time is running out. They'll take a deep shot. And it's picked off. That was a risky pass attempt, and he paid the price. And the defense is going to hang on here as the time runs out. So a good W here. Their season is up and running. The goal was to be 1-0, but also, Kirk, we got a chance to see what this team is capable of when they play their best.
I completely agree with you, Chris. I was definitely impressed with this performance. We'll just have to see how far this team can really go.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.